What's up, everybody? It's your boy Getting the Game. Welcome to another video of Police Simulator Patrol Officers. So today in this video, I'm going to be going over the detailed inspection call out. This is going to be a tutorial video, so I'm going to do my best to explain everything as clear as possible. Just keep in mind the detailed inspection call out requires deeper investigation, so you have to pay attention to a lot of things. So before I get into some gameplay, as always, I'm going to go over the briefing in the handbook. Um, and I'm going to advise you to just always refer to this, especially if you get lost or you have any questions or concern. This is our one of our main guides in regards to the contraband expansion. So let's go over. So as I mentioned before, I'm a probably just skip through the briefing. Um, let's just go to objectives for this call out. It says during this call out, focus on verifying the accuracy of declared goods, comparing them with physical cargo, identifying declared and prohibited items such as drugs, weapons, and counterfeit goods, checking for missing permits or shipping documents in commercial vehicles, using tools like the inspection pole, cargo scanner, or the substance analyzer to detect hidden compartments or traces of illegal substances. Deciding whether to confiscate goods, find the driver, or escalate to human inspection. All right, so let's go down to the hints real quick. It says use interior inspection only when justified, and that's like a more thorough and detailed search of the vehicle. It says document mismatches, nervous behavior, or suspicious cargo are valid triggers of the detailed of the interior inspection. It says compare verbal declarations with physical cargo and shipping lists to detect inconsistencies. Use available tools to inspect under vehicles and scan for substances without opening containers. Be mindful of duty-free limits and commercial transport regulations. And that's more so with your trucks. Escalate to the office, and this is a key point right here. It says escalate to the office building only when you have plausible cause based on findings. After finishing an individual, you need to open the boom barrier to let the person continue. So I find this one very this one's more broad in a sense. I think the other guides give you in regards to like the initial inspection and desk inspection. I give you I think they're more detailed. Um, but just know with the detailed inspection, again, it's going to take you some time. You have to investigate 5 vehicles to complete this call out. And again, you just gotta be very thorough. I will say this, and I've been saying this since we got the contraband expansion. Um, when in doubt, just send people inside. Just remember, the desk inspection is a final destination. Whether they're citizens checking in or foreigners coming into the country. So, anytime you're in doubt, it's always safe to send them inside, especially if you're afraid that you're going to lose conduct points for allowing entry for someone. Again, just remember to look for clues. I will say this too. Just bear in mind that the conduct point system is bugged. So let's take, for example, expired passports. And let's also take, for example, visas. Just remember, when you're dealing with visas, they are digital, so it's not going to be a document. So they're not going to be handing you a document. It's digital. So when you do the background check, and I'm going to show you, their visa information should pop up. Um, Sometimes it doesn't. And as I said, with expired passports, we should be able to ticket for those expired passports. And I think when you're in the city, I think you can arrest. I have to check the ruling on that. But if you're losing conduct points for either two, the visa or the passport. Just know most likely it is a bug, and the developers are aware of that. Um, and I just wanted to mention that because lately that has been a common issue among players, especially dealing with the visas and the passports. So let's jump right into it. For you for beginners and new players to expansion, I'm just going over this briefly. In here we have the spike strip view, and then you actually, if a car was to take off, you can activate the spike strips here. I believe by pressing one of these buttons. Oh no, actually, you want to go over this circle, and you can activate the spike strips. And you see, I just activated the far left lane by pressing left. If you press right, you activate the second. Oh, let me deactivate. I gotta be careful because I don't want a car going over them. And I believe up is going to activate the far right lane. So if a car flees from here, you could quickly jump in the booth and try to stop them and further catch up to them if you want to. Right here, we have our toolboxes. This is going to have all the equipment you need to perform your inspection. The cargo scanner, it has a shotgun, it has a inspection pole, it has cones in there. So there are a few of these located throughout the inspection site. Now, I do believe there are supposed to be AI assisting you at this site. So I believe you only should be monitoring like one lane, kind of like the initial inspection site. I believe it's kind of like a bug as well. So I believe the developers are going to fix that. So in the future, when we respond here, we won't be alone. We will be with AI officers helping us, and we will be monitoring one lane. So let's start with this individual here. I always start with
Let's go through
questioning.
a few standard questions to verify your entry.
Of course. I'll answer whatever you need.
All right. It says the person seems trustworthy. Always look for that intuition feedback at the top of the screen. I then start off with declare goods.
Please state if you're bringing any declarable items into the country.
Yes, I'm aware of the rules and I have goods to report.
Okay, so the alcohol he's declaring, which is under the limit. But if you look at expensive goods, it's 2,150, which is over the limit. The limit is 800. Now at this point, we're not going to confiscate it. We're only going to charge that tax fee. So let's go ahead and go to declare goods. Now let's be careful. Don't be quick to select charge all. We're only charging for the expensive goods.
Since your declared items are above the limit, a fee is required.
All right, so we took care of that. Now let's get his paperwork.
Please present your identification documents.
Right away, officer.
Now, for the sake of this tutorial video, I'm not going to be investigating all 5 cars to complete the call out. I'll probably do two stops, maybe 3 at the most. I do want to handle a truck because when you're dealing with trucks, um, it's you got to be more thorough because of the cargo load that they have, and plus there are additional rules that applies to the truck. So this guy is this gentleman here is a citizen of Franklin. Always make sure that the plate on the back of their vehicle matches their identity. A pickup. All right, let's just confirm. So it's showing invalid registration. That's a flag there. You know, look for anything that's flagged red. So it's showing invalid registration. A person looks nervous. That's another flag. And just keep in mind, I know I repeat this a lot in my videos. With Franklin citizens, you're always going to allow entry. unless you're arresting them. All right, so invalid. So invalid registration. So let's ticket for that before I forget.
I will now fine you between $50 and $250 for having an expired license plate.
Fine. Now I need to be on my way.
All right, not so fast, buddy. So let's get him out
I'd
the
like you to
car.
leave your car and go to the sidewalk.
Now, the fact that we have multiple scanning devices available to us doesn't mean you have to use them. It just all depends on how far you want to go with your investigation. I like to be as thorough as possible. It takes me a little bit longer at the detail inspection because of that reason. So I'm going to start off with the substance analyzer, looking for drugs. And again, if you want to skip this part, you can. You don't have to use this tool, but it will help in the end. Now I'm going to equip. Let's get either the cargo scanner. Yeah, take the cargo scanner with this. Let's do an X-ray. Nothing. Okay, so nothing so far. There we go. Usually, those are the items that are in the trunk that we're scanning. But other than that, I don't see anything. Remember to find for safety equipment. I'm gonna go through that real quick. All right, so now I'm gonna take our inspection pole here. We're gonna be looking under the car now for any illegal things. Just a quick scan. Alright. And it's nothing showing. So far so good. Now the second thing I want to do is me personally, I like to just do a search of the vehicle. Just know at this inspection sites, at the detail inspection site, you don't need like any reasonable suspicion or probable cause to search the vehicle. Um, you can just go ahead and do so. You don't need any calls. You can search the vehicle. You can search them because it's this is a declare like an inspection stop. So we have the right to do all that. We're not going to lose points for searching their vehicle or searching them without any calls. As a matter of fact, you'll gain SP points for doing so. So far, this guy has a clean vehicle. I am going to skip over the interior inspection. Except for the trunk. So let me do the interior inspection because you want to do an interior inspection for the trunk because that's where you're going to see what safety safety equipment or safety items that the person has in their trunk. Just keep in mind it's a new law in Brighton. So now whether you're at the border or in the city of Franklin, any driver all drivers need to have safety equipment in their trunk. Even when you're in Franklin, in the city and you're doing a motor vehicle stop, you need to check for the safety equipment. It's now a law within the game that all these drivers have safety equipment in their trunk, and if they don't, you can issue them a ticket for it. So let's check his see what safety equipment he has, and I think he's missing. So as you can see, he has a first aid kit, and you just want to scan over the circle to check if it's expired. Now he's missing the fire extinguisher. All right, so we are going to issue him a ticket for that. So make sure you do that. You're gonna issue violation, ticket, safety equipment, and we're gonna do missing fire extinguisher.
I couldn't find your fire extinguisher. That's a $100 safety violation.
My lawyer will take care of it.
So as you can see, there's like I'm still dealing with this one stop, and it's taking me a few minutes. Now, search his vehicle. We scan for any drugs, packages. Didn't find anything. Now you could test for DUI and alcohol. It's up to you. You have the option to skip it if you want. I like to be thorough. I'm not going to test for alcohol. He doesn't appear intoxicated, but I am going to test him for drugs.
I'm just collecting a sample to see if you used any drugs while driving.
Negative results. And as I mentioned before, we don't need to. Unlike when you're in a city, you can't just go up and detain anybody and search them. You'll lose conduct points. But at the border, it's different. So when you're at the inspection site, you can search them as much as you like. So we're gonna just do a search of him.
I need to do a search on you to see if you're carrying anything.
You're not
illegal.
gonna lose conduct points because it's permitted. And nothing, man. This is like the first time I ever encountered someone with a clean background, like with a clean check like this. So the only thing that I flagged with him is invalid registration, has no gun permit. Now, for me personally, and I'm gonna keep repeating myself, for me personally, I believe the safest way to approach these inspection sites until the developers get all the glitches and the bugs fixed is to send them to the last inspection site. And only because you're never going to lose points, you're always going to gain points. Um, so it's like it's probably the safest way out. In my gameplay, I've been doing this. I just been making it a habit just to send everybody to the secondary inspection site, whether they're at the initial inspection or the detail inspection. I'm going to send this guy inside because, again, we've been finding that we've been allowing entry or denying entry and losing conduct points, and it's because we may have missed something or it's a bug, and sometimes we're getting confused. So again, I believe the safest bet, even though this guy appears to have everything in order, is to send him inside. It doesn't hurt to send him to a final inspection, especially he flagged on the what was it the registration. So I'm not denying entry, but I'm just sending him to the office. And see. And now I'm just gonna call for someone just to move his vehicle out the way. And gained another 10 points. As a matter of fact,
An officer will be dispatched to handle the vehicle removal.
as a matter of fact, that was appropriate in the sense that he shouldn't even be driving a vehicle because the registration is expired. So I forgot about that. So I'm glad I didn't let him get back in the vehicle and drive off. All right, let's deal with. I'm hoping to deal with a truck. All right, so let's deal with one more car. Let's deal with one more car for the sake of time. And let me see. He may be intoxicated. Let me just see. Let me just scan visually. Maybe some intoxication here. These cars are, as you can see, of course, it's smaller, so it'd be definitely, if you want to try to get through these fast, always choose a smaller car. There may be intoxication there. Well, we're all like rocking back and forth. She has a beer car at the end. So let's deal with this lady right. No, this guy right here. Let's. All right. So know what? Let's pick a foreigner now. We dealt with a citizen. Now let's deal with someone uh out of out of country. Let's pick her. And you could tell by the plate. So now we're dealing with someone from that's someone from Ericsson. Let's see if I get a read back on the plate. And yes, Myra Simpson. Okay, let's deal with her. And I was hoping to get a truck in this video. I don't see any trucks in line, so unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do another video, and we'll cover handling trucks. So anyway, let's start with the
Let's go
question.
through a few standard questions to verify your entry.
Absolutely. I understand this is routine.
All right, person seems trustworthy. Okay, always a good sign. Declare a good item. Declare goods. Wait, sorry. Yeah, ask her if she has any declare
Are
good.
you carrying any goods that need to be declared?
Yes, but everything I'm carrying is within the allowed threshold.
All right, and she is telling the truth. So we won't, in this situation, we won't be taxing her, or we won't be confiscating anything. Now, if you do find declare items in her car that she shouldn't, that she didn't mention, then that's when you would tax her and get into confiscating those items, depending on the limit. It's very, from my experience so far, it's very rare that you find that, but sometimes you will. You will run into situations where they may say, "I don't have anything to declare," and you find something in their trunk. All right, so let's ask for
I'll
her
need to verify your
documentation.
credentials.
It looked like her
Sure,
passport was
let me get
good.
them for you.
And just as I mentioned before, and I keep mentioning this, visas are digital. You're never going to get a physical copy of a visa because they're all digital. They just show up in the background. Okay, so her passport again good. This is the international driver's license. That's in good standing. Let's just double check. Everything's good. She's here on business. Ooh, it looked like the visa. Oh, it didn't expire yet. 12 or 23. And my calendar is marked September 23, and it's just stuck there. All right, so no red flags as of yet. All right, let's order her out the vehicle.
Out of your car and move to the sidewalk, please.
Um, so in my opinion, I believe because of so much ruling and so much to cover, I believe one of the things that players are struggling with is besides from the choices um, whether to arrest or ticket or what have you, the charges. So when you're at these detailed inspections, sometimes we have issues with what to charge. So I was hoping to find someone, with drugs and things like that, because the charges, even though there could be some similarities, you got to make sure you charge for the right thing. But no worries, I will go over that in more videos to come. So we got her out the vehicle. Let's start scanning. All right, let's use a trace. Drugs. Nothing. Nothing here. All right, clear. Wow. All right, let's get our scanner. Like I said, these you have these toolboxes everywhere. So let's just grab cargo scanner real quick. right? We're gonna take photos of that. Most likely that's the safety equipment in the trunk. And we're gonna remember to just check that. Did we find more? That's probably more safety equipment. Yeah. So got that taken care of. Let's grab the inspection pole and look under the car, because this is going to help us find anything that the cargo didn't pick up on underneath the car. And wow, so far so good. All right, we tested those three things. Oh, nothing. Now let's do. I'm just gonna search the vehicle. Again, I'm going to skip, and this is just my personal um, preference. I'm just going to skip the interior inspection, except for when I go in the trunk, because I want to discover the first aid equipment. Wow, I rarely come across this as someone, especially someone out of country, had like that everything's just intact. Oh, wait a minute! Exactly what I mentioned. We found declared goods that she didn't declare, that that she didn't mention. And the alcohol is okay. It's under a liter. She can have that. She actually do not have to declare that. But look at the expensive goods. The amount is 12,250. That's over $800. So we have to tax her. In addition to that, anything over $5,000, you have to confiscate. All right. So let's just handle. Let me just handle that now before I forget. And we want to take things one step at a time here, so we don't lose track of our investigation. So we're gonna go to declare goods. Let me just I just want to check something here, because she didn't declare it, and I wonder if I can automatically take the other stuff. Okay. 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 So again. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Um, we're gonna go to declare goods. First and foremost, we're gonna charge for the expensive goods. So we're gonna make sure we apply that fee, because it's over the limit for the expensive goods only.
Since your declared items are above the limit, a fee is required.
Now we're going to confiscate. Hold up. I wanna all right, so I want to confiscate at this point, and I'm not getting that option to confiscate, but we will send her inside. Oh, here, confiscate. I'm sorry, right here. So you're gonna find this at the trunk. I'm sorry, I was at the wrong location. At the trunk, confiscate goods and confiscate expensive goods, because that's over the limit. And we lost points for that. No worries. I believe that's a bug. So, and that's be confident in your approach. Know your rules. I'm very confident of what the rule book says. Yes, I lost 5 points, but that's a bug and that needs to be addressed. And if it's not, please tell me what I did wrong so I can fix it. But I'm pretty sure that was definitely a bug because well now I can't even go back. Anyway, we search for vehicle. Oh, let's search for the. Let's do interior inspection. Let's search the. Remember the safety equipment. Look like she has everything, and she does. Now we're checking this. Let's make sure if it's expired or not. So we're just gonna scan over the item. Look, and this is why it's important. We found an expired fire extinguisher, so at least we could ticket her for that. Okay. Look like it switched up on me. Now it's saying we found expensive goods, $5,000. Okay. It's definitely a bug. So let me see if I can tax her at least.
Since your declared items are above the limit, a fee is required.
All right. So I think I didn't gain any SP points. I taxed her already, but we are going to give her a ticket for the expired fire extinguisher. Not missing, expired.
An expired fire extinguisher is a violation. This ticket includes the $100 penalty.
Great, and I don't have a lawyer at hand.
All right, so I lost points for that, and that's okay. Well, it's not okay, but at least we know we are doing the approach correctly. Again, don't lose confidence. Don't confuse yourself. Don't second guess yourself because it can be a bug. And yes, you can indeed. So again, just to clarify, you can ticket and arrest at this site. Some people was running into this problem, and then you have players saying, "Well, the issue is that you can't ticket here. You got to ticket at the desk. You can't." And that's incorrect because there was time during my gameplay that I actually gained SP points for ticketing for an expired or missing safety equipment. So just keep in mind we're dealing with bugs and hopefully that gets resolved so we're not confused and second guessing ourselves a lot. So pretty much at this point I'm done investigating here. I am going to give her a
We'll
drug
take a
test.
test to see if you're driving under the influence of drugs.
And we found some shrooms on her, so this is definitely going to be an arrest. Um, so let's get the handcuffs ready. And it's going to be, so this should be a possession charge. So it's going to be narcotics, possessions, not DUI. She didn't smuggle it. She didn't have it packaged. We found it on her person. I mean, no, I'm so sorry. Correction. It's a DUI test. We just did a DUI test. So it's going to be DUI. I'm sorry. I'm confusing myself. Here.
I'm putting you in handcuffs now. Then please step onto the sidewalk.
All right. So I'm losing a lot of conduct points. And again, was I wrong? No, I really don't think I was wrong in issuing, even with the rest that was DUI. That would be DUI for the psychobillion, whatever you call it, the mushrooms. That's all fine. We're dealing with bugs, so don't second guess yourself. It's not your problem. It's the game's problem. So you're not doing anything wrong. You're doing anything right. But I am gonna remove these handcuffs. I'm gonna send her inside.
I'm taking off these handcuffs.
Thank you.
So just take that in consideration. We're hoping to get these issues resolved. But now for entry, I am going to send you inside. All right. And we will get someone to remove the car.
An officer will be dispatched to handle the vehicle removal.
All right, there he is. All right. So at this point, I am going to conclude the video. I hope that you all find this video well to assist you in dealing with the detailed inspection. Um, now, at the same time, I am glad that you were able to see that even though I did some things correctly, I lost conduct points, and it wasn't because of me. It was because there's a bug and error in the game that needs to be addressed. So again, don't lose hope. Don't get discouraged. It's not you, it's the game, and the developers are aware of that. Don't second guess yourself. Always refer to the handbook. Now, before I go, I do want to mention one more thing. I will be going over the trespass, the watchtower call out as well. So look out for that. Um, and in addition, very important, if you are very frustrated, as many of us are, with losing conduct points, you can always go into your settings and change that. I will do that on another video for the sake of time. So again, if you're tired of losing conduct points, you're doing things correctly, you can always go into your settings and change the settings that you do not lose conduct points anymore. As a matter of fact, you can even set it to where you not lose conduct points for specific things. I will show you that in the next tutorial video. Until then, it's your boy Getting the Game. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. And big shout out to all my supporters and subscribers. Again, I hope you find this video well. Have a wonderful day. And happy Thanksgiving to everyone.